John 13:1. Ante diem autem festum Paschae, sciens Iesus, quia venit Deus hora, ut transeat ex hoc mundo ad patrem, cum dilexisset suos qui erant in mundo, in finem dilexit eos. Now before the feast day of the Passover, Jesus, knowing that his hour had come to pass from this world to the Father, since he had loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. We're kicking off our verse with an ante, which is being used in a temporal sense here, and ante takes the accusative, which is demonstrated in Deum festum, which is best taken as a single word to express a festival. And then we have this genitive here clarifying what festival, Paschae, which is the Passover. Then we have this participle meaning to know, the subject of which is Jesus. And we have another instance of quia being used to introduce an object clause. Now, typically we would not really expect the indicative mood here for venit. Instead of quia venit, we'd more expect quod venisset, and then we'd expect the imperfect subjunctive in the following purpose clause. But it seems the translator wanted to mirror the underlying Greek tense in this clause, which is aorist, which would be equivalent to some uses of the perfect tense. And given those uses of the perfect tense, it makes sense that it would be followed with the present tense subjunctive in the following clause, granted the normative sequence of tenses. So Jesus knew that his hour had come. You'll recall that yesterday that I noted the antecedent of eius is normatively not the subject of the verb for that clause. However, in late antique Latin, this is not a rule that's strictly followed, and here's an example of that in the wild. So his hour had come, and then this purpose clause indicates more about what exactly that hour entails. Ut transeat ex hoc mundo ad patrem, in order that he would pass out of this world to the Father. And how we want to treat this next clause is a matter of interpretation. This can be understood as a temporal clause or a causative use of cum plus the subjunctive, and the Greek underlying this passage reflects the same ambiguity. However, I think the natural reading insists upon a causative understanding of the clause. So, since he loved his own who were in the world, in finem dilexit eos, unto the end, note the accusative, he loved them.